Okay, so we'll start the session with OBIEE Overview and Components. So just to recap the terms which we are going to use today. So first of all is the answers, which is the ad hoc capability for Oracle BIE. Then comes the dashboard, which is a landing page for storing all the reports and charting for users. Delivers and iBots is a scheduling mechanism which allows users to get reports on devices like mobile, email, as well as dashboards. A subject area is a star schema, a set of entities grouped together to provide an area for reporting. So in answers, you will have multiple subject areas exposed, and different users will have access to different things. So what does Oracle BIE application provide? As a package, it provides you the bottom of the thing. The first part, it shows you the ETL components, which it does. So it can pull data from different data sources, ERP, XML, Excel, text, or whatever different sources you might have, and brings it to the OLAP database. So that's the first part of that. Then it provides a very user-friendly model for which people can do the metadata and save the subject areas for reporting on an ad hoc basis. Third, it delivers a lot of reports and pre-built dashboards which users can be defined by roles and functions within the organization. So this is the whole gamut of things which are offered by Oracle BIE, and very heavily used is the ETL part. People definitely go ahead and use the subject area which is provided by Oracle BIE. You might go ahead and tweak the dashboards as needed based on your specific needs. So here is an example what Oracle provides for different modules. Like we are talking about the financial module which Oracle provides in Oracle BIE. So here they are talking about they provide 16 star schemas out of box, which is 16 subject areas in the first part. Second, they provide the ETL for pulling up the data for these portions from Oracle sources, mainly ERP, but you could have it application from other applications as well. That's what they're highlighting when they mention SAP and PeopleSoft. The third is the pre-built repository which they provide, including these 16 star schemas for a particular module called financial analytics, which we are focusing right now. In the fourth, they're showing you that they provide us so many sets of reports, visible dashboards for different set of users, and they define roles in the systems which you can use, like financial controller, financial analyst, and different set of executives and managers. So this is the whole set of components which is provided as a pre-built package provided by Oracle for the BIE application. Here is a slide which just talks about the different layers and different plugins and stuff which Oracle provides. At the bottom we see the data sources, and the central we see the Oracle BIE Surveyor, which can provide you an interactive dashboard on the top, the ad hoc capability, the delivers mechanism, the Microsoft plugin for Excel, Word document, and PowerPoint. Reporting and publishing could be used heavily for creating pixel perfect reporting, which is BI Publisher, and it is used for mainly you need to generate invoices and other stuff from your Oracle BIE application itself, as the shipping labels and those kind of things. Here is just touch basing the three main components of Oracle BIE. The dashboards, as we spoke before, is the central place for putting all your reporting for users at a published location. Answers is the capability to give you ad hoc reporting, and users can slice and dice the reports and the charts as per their need. Delivers again is a scheduling mechanism to provide reports to your email, mobile, or other devices. It could also be used just to highlight for caching mechanisms to improve performance of the application. Here we are providing an example showing how it can be used not for reporting purposes, but to get information from different systems make a feel of the thing that you are really doing a business understanding rather than a reporting tool. So here in this example, the three systems where the data is being pulled as the data warehousing, where you get the sales information, the past sales kind of thing, and the ODS, which provides the today's sales, the current information, and then the inventory system, which gives the inventory for different products offered by the company. So a business user could take this example, like show me the sales for today for the highest valued customer and ensure the inventory is there. So getting this information from all these systems avoids the silos and lets the person, business executives or managers, decide are they serving the right kind of customers first based on the requirements. So that's a very good example for how business analytics could be used for not a reporting tool but a decision-making powerful tool. Here they're showing an example how a report could be drilled down and could help us to drive, okay, the projected sales are going to be sales lesser than last year's sales, research is possible, and it can simply take you to a guided navigation to different dashboards where you can drill down for more information and further research. Here is a screenshot for the answers, how it looks. So on the left side of the plane you see the pane subject area, which has the tables, market, product, and attributes shown over here. Users have the options to pick up any kind of combination of fields and create a report on that. On the right side of the plane, you see we have picked up market, region, product, brand, and sales measure dollars as a reporting tool. And users could create a report on this, they could filter it, and do various kind of things which we'll be looking today in detail. Subject areas. As we said, answers provides the capability for ad hoc reporting, and areas which they can report on are called as subject areas. So now at this point there may be two star schemas called paint and paint executives which are used in this example. Here we are giving how the different components of reporting are done. So how a request is created in answers. For creating a request, you have to first go through these different steps. Constructing a request basically means you are filling on the set of columns which you need in your report. Modifying the request criteria, you may want to say that you may just want for records showing for this particular year, so that could be your request criteria. Changing column order, that's a feature which you can move your columns as required. You can move as in the UI for reporting. You may want the year field in the beginning of the report, and you want the dollar values in the end. So all kind of formatting and restructuring can be done. Displaying request results. Once you are done with the settings, you could look at the results, modify the layout. You could add filters to the request, additional filters, creating and editing filters. You will go to the exercise of doing what kind of filters we'll be creating. And finally, once everything is done, you are satisfied with what is created, you want to save the reports into a particular location. It could be a shared folder or eventually directly on a dashboard. We're going to go in detail about all these things today. That's the main agenda for today. We're just going to the quick walkthrough of different components and overview. So this is the second component, that's the dashboard. We are right now looking at the My Dashboard, which has got two reports and a chart. We're showing different links out here. You have the dashboard links, the reports displayed and embedded as a content within the dashboard. Users with specific privilege could click the edit dashboard link and go ahead and modify the report or delete the report based on the contents in the report. So this is one of the important things which we are going to look for today. The third main component in Oracle BIE majorly used is delivers. So this is a screenshot which shows the interface where you can create a new iBot, which is a component of a deliver providing a particular report to the user. Here is a particular screenshot which we just wanted to show what are the administrative features which we can do. This we are going to cover down the line, not today. The manage sessions, the iBot sessions, you can manage the privileges for users, how the catalogs are defined, how the dashboards are defined. So all kind of administrative streams will be done in this particular location. We'll go in details of each of them at later exercises. Here, it's a good flow of how the data is moving from a BI client. So we start with a BI client, user gives him a request for a particular record and it's passed to the presentation services. From the presentation services, it goes to Oracle BI services, which is the application server, and it passes the request to the data sources, which are configured. The data source generates a SQL, which is physical SQL, which is returned back to the OBIEE server. The OBIEE server configures it in a way, in the logical way which users are more easily able to understand, and finally deliver the results to the presentation services, which will hand over the results in the UI for the BI client. So that's the step-by-step process how users are going navigating from the BI client and getting the end-to-end results. Depending on some scenarios, what can happen is the data source point may be bypassed depending on cache settings. If users want, that could be bypassed to improve performance in some scenarios. This particular architecture diagram is pretty high level. We are going to cover it in a very detailed and a very later point of time. But this is a good simple starting point. So you have a browser on the top which sends a request to the web server, the presentation services, and it in turn passes the information to the OBIEE scheduler, the servers which are having the repository configured. Scheduler is an optional component you may have in your environment or may not have. Some people do not configure the scheduling mechanism and deliver. The OBIEE server will talk to the data sources, multiple data sources in particular scenarios as shown here, and that's the very basic level architecture for OBIEE applications. Option links and these kind of things. So